Hey everyone, welcome. Today we are talking about one of the most exciting and dynamic economies out there, Bangladesh. So if you're a business owner, maybe an entrepreneur, or you're just curious about what it really takes to succeed there, you're in the right place. We're going to break down why just having a great product, well, it's only the beginning, and why a powerful brand is truly your greatest asset. All right, let's get right into it.
So, to kick things off, let's just talk about scale for a second. Check out this number. That was Bangladesh's GDP in 2024. It's a huge, growing consumer market where businesses are fighting, and I mean really fighting, for attention, for trust, and even just for a little bit of shelf space. The sheer size of this market really sets the stage for a very important question.
So that brings up this really important question, right? With literally hundreds of billions of dollars flying around and just countless competitors, can you honestly rely on your product's quality alone to make a dent? And look, the answer, as we're about to find out, is a pretty clear no.
What we're looking at now is a whole new business battlefield. It's not just about what you're selling anymore. It's about how people see you in a marketplace that is more digitally connected, way more crowded, and just fiercely more competitive than it has ever been before.
So what does this actually mean for a business? Well, it's huge. With over 82 million people online, a massive chunk of your audience is forming an opinion about you right now, online, way before they even think about walking into your store or talking to one of your salespeople. Your digital presence, that's your new front door.
And this isn't just some abstract idea. I mean, just look at the numbers. Over 8,100 trademarks were filed in just 1 year, and the vast majority were from local businesses. This tells you everything you need to know. It's a huge strategic shift. Companies are actively spending money to protect their identities because they get it. Their brand is a critical, valuable asset.
Okay, so if a brand is such a critical asset, how do you actually build one? Well, it all comes down to two ideas that have to work together: positioning and branding. Let's really break down what they are, and just as importantly, how they're different.
All right, first up, let's talk about positioning. Think of this like the blueprint, It's the strategic thinking that happens behind the scenes. It's all about deciding what specific space you want to own inside your customer's head. Are you the budget-friendly choice, the super premium one, the most dependable? This is way more than a tagline. It's the core commercial meaning you're trying to build. Branding, now that's a little different. Branding is how you make that positioning come to life. It's the total experience. It's the whole shebang. The name, the logo, the way your customer service talks, what your packaging feels like. It's the complete picture a customer gets from every single interaction they have with you. Okay, so let's boil it all down. The simplest way to think about it is this. Positioning is the strategy. It's the meaning you want people to get. Branding is the execution. It's the expression of that meaning. One decides what you want to be known for, and the other creates the name, the face, and the voice that tells that story to the world. And you absolutely cannot have one without the other, not if you want to succeed.
You know what? Let's use a simple example to make this really hit home. Imagine two companies both selling tea in Bangladesh. Company A positions itself as the affordable, everyday tea for the whole family. Company B positions itself as a premium, fancy, gift-worthy tea. Now, they might both be selling dried leaves in a box, but they are selling two totally different ideas. And that core positioning decision changes everything: who they target, their message, their packaging, and, of course, what they can charge.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how does all this strategy actually help your business? What's the real, tangible payoff of having a clear identity? Let's get into why this really, truly matters.
It really boils down to 4 huge benefits. First up, differentiation. In a crowded market, this is how you stop being just another option, which almost always means you end up competing on price. Next, it makes you memorable. A clear identity just sticks in people's minds. Third, it builds trust. A professional brand just feels more reliable and serious. And finally, expansion. A strong, well-defined brand is like a portable asset. It's so much easier to take it into new markets. And hey, don't just take my word for it. These benefits, especially building trust, are being felt by real businesses right now. Take this quote from a CEO who saw the results himself. See? It's that strategic insight and market understanding that really makes the difference. It's not just fluff. It's what builds a brand that connects with people and really drives growth. All right, so maybe you're thinking, okay, I get it. I need this, but where on earth do you even start? Let's walk through a simple framework, a kind of roadmap for building your own powerful brand strategy.
Think of it as a 6-step playbook. You got to start with research and segmentation. You have to know your customers and what you're up against. Then you define what makes you special, your unique value, and map out where you fit among your competitors. From there, you build a real, authentic story around your brand. And then, the last step, and honestly, this is the one where most people fall down: consistent execution. Every single touch point, your website, your packaging, even a reply on WhatsApp, has to deliver on your brand's promise.
So, all of this brings us to the big question, the one you really need to ask yourself. It's time to take a hard look at your own business and ask, is my brand actually ready to compete and to lead in this market?
Look, let's be real. For a lot of business owners, going from having a great product to building a true market-leading brand, that's a huge leap. It takes a very specific set of skills, from really deep market analysis and designing your value proposition, all the way to creating a visual identity and a digital strategy that brings that whole vision to life.
So here's the thought I want to leave you with. Having an excellent product, that's just your ticket into the game. That's the price of admission. But in a crowded, super competitive market like Bangladesh, an unforgettable brand, that's how you win.